right. Awesome.
All right. So I am going to ask my guest, Versonya DuPont, questions. And like I said, I was on her speaking, and that's what I do. I get on other people speaking, and then I say, I want to have you on my show. So I said, I'm gonna be like a little mini Oprah now. I don't get paid like Oprah, okay? But I wish. Maybe one of those days, God's gonna put me in that position, right? But I like to make sure that when I bring people on to our show here, that they're a wealth of knowledge. And this lady is a wealth of knowledge because the conference that she did, I was a speaker in her conference. And that's one of my acclamations to my WDP is to do more speaking. And I've been doing more speaking, international, locally, and whatever way I can get on because it's helping me grow. And that's what we really want to do is grow. So, Versonya, without further ado, let me ask you this question here.
Yes, ma'am.
How did you get started and how did you get to where you are today?
I like that question. So my life as an entrepreneur actually began at my father's feet, as the old timers say. My dad is an entrepreneur, and he has always involved me, my brothers, and other family members in his business. So I would say entrepreneurship is in my DNA. And so I started my first business with one of my brothers while in college. And now, Wanda, it's been a long time since I've been in college.
I'm not going to even say when last time I've been in college.
But I've dedicated over 20 years as an executive for both startup and million-dollar businesses. And then in 2015, you talk about a pivot, Wanda. In 2015, the company I worked for laid off 90% of the company. And it was at that time that I went full-time on my own business.
Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. And that's great to know. I'm actually helping people to get on the Zoom link here. They can't find the Zoom link. So I love that because you're right. I actually started, my father and Dennis was in sales. I was not sales. I didn't know about no sales, I was a social worker. So I love that. I love how you answered that one there. So let me ask you this next question. Mm-hmm. What was a challenge you faced early as an entrepreneur? What challenge did you face?
I would say early on, a huge challenge was how to market myself. And I used to always stumble when people ask, what do you do? Because, when you're working for someone else, you have a job description and you have the backing of a public or well-known company, right? And for me, from day one, I was never just an entrepreneur. Even from day one, I was a multipreneur. So I had several businesses that I owned and several services within my business. So when people would ask, what do you do? I would slightly stumble, not quite knowing how to answer. And Wanda, I have to tell you, I learned two valuable lessons. Mm-hmm. The first is that conversations with clients or potential clients are not actually about me. It's always about the client. Mm-hmm. And so the answer to what do I do would be different if I'm speaking to a pastor of a new church and he wants his leadership team to work together better than it would be if I'm speaking to a parent who wants her child to have more self-esteem. So I would say early on, my biggest challenge was, how do I market myself?
I love that. And you're right. That is so true. And that's what we all face, right? How do we market ourselves? Because it's a lot of people that do what we do. How do we market ourselves differently? What do you do differently that makes you more knowledgeable, and what separates you from others? Do you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, that's absolute. That is great. And I want to welcome Leonie and Michelle. Thank you for joining us. So my last question, then we're going to get into what you do. Then you're going to teach us something here, Versonya. All right. Okay. I'm excited. You all excited? Say yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Leonie. All right. So the last question, what are you known for in your business?
So for me, I like to coach and speak in the space of transition, conflict, and communication. And so, like you said, there are a lot of people who operate in similar spaces. And so what I would say I'm known for is one, my energy as I connect to people, because again, remember my early lesson.
Mhm.
Engagement with clients are never about me. It's always about the client. So I enjoy getting to know the client. So it's my energy and my stories. I am a native of Savannah and I have a very Socratic style of speaking and coaching where I think there are a lot of lessons to be found in hearing stories and how other people have navigated certain spaces.
Mhm. That's awesome. That's awesome. And that is so true. So now you say you're from Savannah, but we got something in common. What do we have in common for something?
That we both have spent time in Chi-Town. Now you a native. I
That's right.
passed through, but we both have spent time in Chi-Town.
Yeah. The Windy City, right? And it is windy. I mean, look, Georgia got that windy here. I'm like, where the hell am I? I know this is not Chicago. That wind was hitting us in and made it colder. I was like, what the heck? So, and we all know about that because my cousin Michelle, we actually grew up together, and
Mm,
she's in Arizona now, and she's in that hot weather. We in Florida, but she's hotter than she's hotter than us here. So, but we all know about that. But listen,
great.
thank you so much for those questions. And what I would like to you to do is you to take it away and